Hello.
Hello.
Long time no hear.
Yeah, I know. It's been, the holidays are crazy.
Yeah, I hope everybody had a safe and happy holidays.
Yeah, I hope everybody got wherever they needed to go and back without any hiccups.
Yeah, you gotta spend time with family as much as you wanted to, or
it definitely slowed down our posting, but it's the new year tomorrow at midnight.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping then we can get back on pace and start uploading every week.
Yeah, I really enjoy doing this, so I hope so.
Yeah. So what do you got for me today?
Well, first things first, my name's Sam.
And my name's Miguel.
And this is the Didn't Anyone Mention podcast. I do
is.
just want to real quick shout out our Instagram. That's the one we use the most, Instagram.
Yeah.
It's the most new user friendly, like very new to any kind of I wouldn't say marketing. We're not marketing, but just posting and
just advertising.
More advertising, more business, quote unquote.
Yeah.
So it's more. It's just a little bit easier to use, but it's just Didn't Anyone Mention that? Didn't anyone mention? Repost. I try to post every single time we make our podcast
make a video,
on Mondays. Yeah. Sometimes in the stories, we have gone by. Why can't I Masker Rock? And we've posted there, and it'd be cool to where we can visit more of these places. And then maybe share it with you guys, especially since we talk about a couple local places. But yeah, that's where we're at. Just started us off. At the beginning, we'll try to keep you updated and let you know what we're doing. But always send us an email if you feel like it. It's Didn't Anyone Mention at Outlook.
Nope,
Gmail. I was looking at you and I was like, that left my mind.
Yeah, also, we're just, I don't know how many followers we have. I think across the board, I think we're over 20 at this point, which is exciting.
That's awesome.
As soon as we hit 50, I think we're going to do some kind of giveaway. So,
cool.
I don't know exactly what it's going to be yet, but as soon as we hit it, expect something. So, tell your friends, tell your mom, tell your brother.
Yeah.
Tell your dog to tell other dogs. So, yeah. Anyways, all right, we'll get back to it now.
Anyways, so, we share a laptop, and I'm pretty sure Miguel did see what I was doing, but he also forgot, I'm pretty sure, as well.
Yeah. I cleared her search history.
Yeah, I don't clear it, so. We talked about it a little bit the other time. I don't know which one we talked about it on, but, my old pal Howard Philip Lovecraft. H.P. Lovecraft.
Oh, man. When did we talk about him?
We talked about something spooky because we were talking... Oh, I think it was the hotel I talked about. The one that was, like, based off of The Shining. The Shining was based off of...
the Stanley Motel.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Or Stanley Hotel.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, so... Because we were talking about Stephen King, like, Lovecraft, all that stuff.
Stephen Not King.
Stephen Not King. Man, have I learned some stuff about Lovecraft. But... August 20th, 1890. So my dude's been around. He's been around a little while. So, he did die in March of 1937. So he wasn't super old. I think he was 46. He didn't even make it to his 47th birthday. So
damn, dude, that sucks.
He died of cancer.
What kind of cancer?
Colon.
Colon cancer, like, in the booty.
Not colon, like in his like guts. Maybe that is colon technically, yeah.
I don't know.
I guess it was his intestines or something. But I mean, it was early night.
GI cancer.
GI cancer. I have no idea. But I'm pretty positive. But kind of a rough fun fact. Both of his parents were committed, like, into insane places.
Really?
Yeah. Who knows about that? But his dad died when he was 8. So dad wasn't really in the picture. He was also committed during a chunk of that time, got really sick, died. So he was raised by his mom and his aunts and grandfather. To make a note, his dad and mom were both committed, but he was pretty much reciting the poetry by the age of 2. H.P. Lovecraft.
What?
Yeah, he was reciting.
Whose poetry?
I don't know. I'm guessing it was just being by told, like whatever poems he was told, he was reciting them, and then by 3, and then he was reading by 3, and then writing by 7. So.
What in the world?
Yeah, I don't know. That's crazy.
That's pretty nuts. Even by today's standards.
I know. Yeah, and the earliest that his books was when he was 16. It was called The Noble Eavesdropper, which is I think it's called, pretty much, there's no copies anymore. Like, you can't find a copy anymore. They're gone. You can never find it again. But it was a book.
So they're very rare?
No, like, there's literally, like, nobody has it. But it's records that it was a thing, and then
I bet it's somewhere out there.
I bet it's top dollar. But
all you thrift store connoisseurs, look for that book.
As a boy, Lovecraft was pretty lonely. He was sick a lot. And
dude,
then
I feel like all these like really smart guys have that same issue. Lonely,
smart guy, creeper, racist.
Was he racist?
Very. Even for his time, he was on very. I'm not even gonna say what the name of his cat was, but it was the hard R.
Really?
Yeah, that was the name of his cat.
Regina.
Regina. Yeah.
That was the name of his cat?
Yes.
Was it a black cat?
I don't know.
I hope not.
No, so pretty much anybody darker than his skin color was the worst.
What color was he?
White.
Like how white?
I don't know how white. His pictures were all black and white, so.
Of course they were. So he can separate the good parts from the black parts.
Yeah, but he was his brain wasn't all, like, very, he had some psychological problems, too.
Dude, what? I didn't hear about this side of H.P. Lovecraft.
So, funny enough, I was actually going to make a note on that, is that it was like the official page of H.P. Lovecraft, so, like, all his information, all this stuff. Nowhere did it say how racist he was. As soon as I went, like, to TikTok and, like, more social media where people speak freely, that's the first thing. Everybody said it. Dude, if you read anything, this guy is racist. Even for his time, he was more racist than he needed to be.
God, he set the standard high, didn't he?
Bro, he was something else.
Wow.
But yeah, he was an interesting guy. He pretty much believed that there was something out there, like, bigger than what we ever thought. Like, he brought different kinds of horrors, and pretty much the unknown was, like, what he was scared of. Like, he was scared
existentialism?
Like, the universe, the cosmos, like, different dimensions, stuff like that.
Like you are so small. Yes.
That pretty much, what you'll find everywhere is that humanity is nothing. Like, we're literally nothing. We're just, trash.
Do you think that contributes or, like, goes straight across to his values in people?
I'm guessing, yeah. He literally values people as zero. Like, we are nothing. We are literally zero.
So maybe his books were just an expression of himself.
Well,
I feel like most guys are probably that way.
Immigration, immigrants, stuff like that, he talks about aliens, extraterrestrials coming over and taking over his land, stuff like that. So people say that's part of also his racism, too.
Not very subtle, bub. Mm-mm. He said they were green aliens and so were their cards.
Actually, somebody made that comment.
Really?
On a video I saw. But that's not even the craziest part that I came across.
What is it?
Well, I guess to me, a lot of people said that this is not the biggest book. I saw a lot of things where the guy, like, a couple people were like, I mean, he's cool. Like, the thoughts that he came up with were really good.
He's crazy, bro.
But his, like, structure, his plot, like, it just wasn't, it's kind of all over the place. So I'd have to read it to see what they're talking about. That's only from, like, a couple people's, like, reviews, kind of.
I think also today in the world, people are so used to, like, the structured books that you're talking about. Every published book that has, like, a major distributor, they probably have executives or teams that know the structure of books that sell well.
Also,
like Disney's movie platform.
Well, think about how many people go into that, right?
How many
I bet Homeboy just wrote it, and that's it.
Yeah.
He didn't have any, like how you're saying. Disney? How many people are on Disney movies?
I don't know.
Credit.
You're right, dude. Half the movies credits these days. They're like, shout out to John Smith. He developed the second verse
Shout out to
in the 10th
napkin
minute.
that wiped my butt. That's like really how it feels.
Shout
like.
out to the second floor stall. You know? Second floor, third stall in. Had a lot of great ideas coming out from you.
I know. They're like, and then, yeah, because you never know. The stall might sue him. So.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
But one of his biggest, like, stories, like, is the Call of Cthulhu.
Call of Cthulhu.
Yes. I want to show you a picture of Cthulhu.
Okay.
All
right,
I'm just going to call it the big C.
We'll pause it. We'll be right back. And we're back. So this mother cracker looks like
Davy Jones.
Davy Jones from Pirates of the Caribbean.
On a massive scale.
Godzilla size.
So, yeah, he is said to live in the depths of the ocean.
Dude.
So, like, the deepest part of the ocean is
and
where
he
lies.
looks terrifying.
Yeah, so he is... you guys can definitely look it up. It's CTHULHU. Cthulhu.
And now, okay, so this guy... Is he in like religious texts?
No, he is
lore?
No, this is H.P. Lovecraft's book.
Oh, so he's just a made up guy?
He made this guy up. He said it came to him in a dream. He had a dream about him.
About this guy?
Anyways,
it's pretty messed up, bro.
So this guy, I wouldn't even say guy. He's not a guy. He is he's one of the old ones, quote unquote. There's a lot of lore. There's a lot of the old gods.
And Cthulhu's one of them?
And that's what he believes to be based off of, is one of the old ones. There's no, like, from what I understood, there was no actual evidence of him. There's no, like, verse.
There
there's
never
no,
is,
yeah.
bro. There never is.
Because it gets a little crazy. I'm not going to quite get into it. I'm going to give you a little bit more Cthulhu facts before I go into the craziest thing.
Okay.
But he is massive, or
like how big roughly? There's more?
Well, no, I don't know. It's like a critter. Like, is it really a man? Is it really a woman? Like, it's a god. Like, it's just it's a being. You know, it is it. But they don't believe, or let's just give it away. There's not really like gods or anything. This is just an evil thing that is just out there in the unknown. That's a big H.P. Lovecraft crap.
Yeah, H.P. Lovecraft, bro.
Lovecraft. I did not mean to say that. He's big. He's scared of everything. Let's be honest. Like, I saw this thing where it was like he's scared of this, and this. I don't know what he's not scared of, but he is a.
So this creature lives in the unknown.
In the unknown sea. He is in the. He says to be sleeping in the sea. So
the vastness.
And if you think about it, we have 80% of the sea, of the ocean, not discovered.
Way more than 80, I think.
Oh my gosh, what is it called? There's something. I don't want to say it's Mandalay Trench. Does that sound right?
The Mariana Trench.
Mariana, thank you. That is the deepest part of the ocean that we say. A lot of people will say that that's where he is.
Dude, okay. So if H.P. Lovecraft... We'll go with that.
Yeah, we'll
say H.P. Lovecraft created this dude, and it's a... Is it a common character?
It's a whole book that's created off of him.
Off of him. Mm-hmm. Wow, interesting.
He said that it came to him in his dream. So he's human-like, octopus. Obviously, he has more... They say that if you look into his eyes, that you would just be frozen. There would be no way you could move. You wouldn't know what to do. You would be
Maybe that's how he viewed his dad.
At 8? Maybe. I don't know. He was pretty sick. He could barely get... And he was not there. So... Or his grandpa.
Or his grandpa. Maybe it was an embodiment of what he thought of himself. So that's why he was afraid of everything in the future.
It's a little crazy. No, I'm joking. You're getting into it. But he does... I don't know why he needs wings, but Cthulhu has wings.
Everybody needs
They're
wings.
like dragon-like wings. It's a human body almost that's just jacked. And then a face with red eyes, but like tentacles. So it's like an octopus head.
You're right. He is underwater. Why doesn't he need wings?
Yeah. I don't know why he needs wings, but...
Bro needs some flippers.
So, Cthulhu is asleep. As of right now. Cthulhu...
Just taking a good snooze?
So it's the Call of Cthulhu. So, we'll get into more of the call part, but lived in the deepest ocean. They said that it also had mind control. So it would be able to control your mind. I'm going to get a little bit more into that as well. But it was something to believe that it was apocalyptic when he woke up. When Cthulhu woke up and he was awakened, it was going to be the end of the world. Not, I wouldn't say the end of the world, but the end of... it would pretty much break down society and civilization is what it was... That's what it was told. It would be earthquakes, hurricanes, tsunamis, all these big... natural disasters. He would, especially hurricanes, tsunamis, since he's of the sea.
Dude, I mean, judging by his size, he lets one rip and it's over.
He could just have a hiccup.
Yeah.
It's over.
A hiccup and it's a freaking tsunami.
Craziness. So, I thought I lost my train. I lost where I was at on here. Oh, so even the knowledge of Cthulhu's existence is pretty much you knowing that Cthulhu is out there. Like, if you believe in that, you're pretty much saying that there's an insignificance of humanity. That's what H.P. Lovecraft was saying. Once you believe in him, you're done. That you don't care. Like, humanity's irrelevant at that point.
This dude must have a lot of problems, I think.
Yeah.
He must have something going on.
And it pretty much, as soon as you believe in Cthulhu, people go insane. Like, it would drive people insane from, like, not knowing what's out there, stuff like that. It's pretty intense. But,
what?
Yeah. Even is told, and it even was told that after all of this, after he comes, he reigns havoc, he destroys society, destroys humanity, he'll go back to sleep. We'll go back in the ocean. He'll fall back asleep. And that is this vicious cycle of the unknown. That's why he says, and he'll just go back to sleep. It's not like he then rules. He goes back to sleep, and then whenever he feels like it again, or whenever he's summoned again, he will come back and do it. And it'll just be a cycle again.
I've definitely never read this book, but I definitely feel like this is H.P. Lovecraft calling for help, and this is an embodiment of what he believes of himself.
Dude,
probably goes through self-sabotaging behaviors, destroys everything.
Dude, that's so funny, because I read that. He's self-sabotaging. He believed himself. He was the worst author. He's like, I'm the most worst. He literally died poor. Like, he was like, I'm the worst author. He self-sabotaged the whole time.
Wow.
That's so funny. You heard it here. I did not say that to him at all.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like that's probably an embodiment of how he views himself. Because my guess is he probably said he was the worst. He didn't want to talk about it. But when he wrote it down, maybe it seemed like it was helping him out a little bit.
And he actually, so you know how, like, in the end where the guy doesn't get the girl or the main character dies or stuff like that, that's H.P. Lovecraft. He was the one that pretty much was like, it doesn't have to end great. It can end bad.
Dang, dude.
So...
Dang.
That's kind of crazy as well.
That's nuts.
Yeah. So, Cthulhu is pretty intense. This is how it went. I went to H.P. Lovecraft, and then Cthulhu. All this stuff kept on coming up, and I was like, okay, let's look into it. And then I looked into it. There is an actual cult.
No way.
Cthulhu.
Really? The CCs.
This is an actual website. The official cult of Cthulhu.
Well, we'll post a link.
Yeah. You can straight up buy the book, The Bible of Cthulhu, and you...
What?
Yes, it is crazy.
Okay, guys, we're looking at this right now, or I'm looking at it for the first time.
There's sacred texts. You can even...
Can we look at a sacred text?
I mean, we can try. I think you can only buy it. Like, it's... You can't even... So, yeah, like, if we click on...
I kind of want to buy it.
I mean, it would be pretty crazy. But yeah, you have to buy it.
Learn more. For $39, you can join the cult.
I know, it's pretty crazy. But everything you need to ascend. I'm going to talk about ascending. Okay.
What?
Yeah, so what's interesting is that it's not by him. But yeah, it has the verses, ritual. It is so crazy. And it says contract with the old ones. So those are those old gods that I was talking about.
They have gatherings?
Yes.
God, we gotta go to one.
So I even found where you can sign up and get, it's an annual, it kind of freaks me out, them having your address though. They send you a stamp and it's like you have a passport. It's a part of their club. So you become of the H.P. Lovecraft Historic Society. But it seems like it's a little like
kooky,
Cthulhu-ish. Like the cult Cthulhu-ish. But this is the cult. And the Historical Society is something else.
We'll give my neighbor's address.
They'd be like, oh, this is mine. This is yours. Now they know it's our neighbor. But yeah, there's 300 pages. There's...
we can see something.
Death. We have...
we got some art in there, and it's Cthulhu holding the earth in his palms.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, freaking Brian Jose Hernandez. He's a part of it.
And so is Brother Klein.
Brother Klein. I love, that's even better. His picture is of that. Let's see. After owning this fantastic Bible. Oh my gosh. It's perfect. Dude, Miguel's reading this right now.
He says there is not a single rip or tear, not a single ink mistake. It's perfect.
Yeah.
And like every other review, this book is amazingly drawn. So this is
going to go into it. So it says, I look up and sometimes I just open to a random page and sulk into the knowledge of the cult that it has given me. So.
Dude, what?
Dude,
The Cult of Cthulhu, huh?
Yes. So.
We'll post a link, but like
I don't know if I want to post a link. That's kind of freaky, bro. I don't know.
Maybe we'll be honorary members.
I mean, it's insane. So, there is why people are in the cult. There's a couple reasons. They want to take part in the awakening of Cthulhu.
I would have already guessed that. Yeah.
Because there's going to be a new era of power and chaos.
Of course.
Obviously.
Of course, that's a common theme, I guess, across all religions.
Yes. Yeah. And also, the other reason is to not help with the awakening, but to believe in their higher knowledge. So, I didn't want to read too many because Brother Klein kind of helped us in on that.
Brother Klein.
He kind of made that hint to where it's actually people think that they have more knowledge. It's like opening like more knowledge.
Their
third eye. They just know so much more than the average person because they know that Cthulhu is out there.
That is just...
It's more infinite power and knowledge.
That is just cult 101 right there.
It's crazy.
I know more than you. Join my cult and together we can conquer Cthulhu. Or Cthulhu will conquer us. Conquer my body.
Conquer my body. Yeah, so... Yeah, this is crazy.
This is crazy. Pretty weird.
I can't believe I found this, first off. Okay. So, they want to help conquer the world. Well, I wouldn't even say conquer the world. If anything, Cthulhu would have destroyed it, right? And then they would just pick up the pieces.
Put together, and then they would be...
They would be the higher power.
The originals.
The OG.
The OGs.
So, the other part of this, because obviously these cult members don't all see Cthulhu rising.
Not at all.
They may ascend.
To what?
They will feel full. They will feel like their soul is fully, like they're ascending to the next level, which is just
after they
being
commit?
all-knowing. Yeah.
After they commit to Cthulhu?
And that's after they do the call. Once they feel the call to Cthulhu, it's a feeling in their heart. It's just, it comes to them in a dream. I'm serious.
This is very reminiscent to Jim Jones.
Yeah. Dude, why haven't we done that one yet?
I don't know.
We should do that one. It's crazy, but the ascend. I was looking at the because the call is pretty much like, people feel like, it says that for some people, being called, quote unquote, is simply a state of being understood. Realize people don't see the world the same way they do. Become a perfect version of themselves. They're drawn to the idea of transformation. They're just like, and they see, like, they're just, it's so weird. And what's crazy is I was looking at about on this cult, everything's unavailable. Everything's private. So I'm like, okay, what?
But Cthulhu uses a VPN, dude.
But the cult Cthulhu believes that within every person who is called,
Of course,
there is an elder god waiting to ascend.
Wait. So
So not an old god, or not the old one, an elder god. So there's like, so this is.
There's stages.
You've heard of this in Greek mythology.
Okay.
You've heard the big ones, Zeus, Poseidon, Hades, right? The three big boys.
Yeah.
But then there was the Titans, which were the parents of, they had to kill Kronos. You see it.
Which was the god of time, right?
But like big boy Haas. Old one. That's the same concept here.
I don't remember the Titans.
Just
kidding. Never.
You do.
Never.
The Sea of Monsters.
Remember the Titans.
Dude. Always remember.
Left side, strong side. That was
best movie. Awesome.
Brings a tear to my eye every time. Okay,
Bro,
anyways.
HP would hate that movie.
He's like, yeah, they were treating him right the first half. He's like, I don't get what all this touchy-feely thing is after the half of the movie.
Brother. Gettysburg, what's that? Anyways. So an elder god. So, or you could even think of it as like, kind of like, what was it, Moon Knight, where there's like kind of a god within.
Okay.
But waiting to ascend. And that through their practices.
So the elder gods choose you?
It's already within you.
That's when you get the call.
It's
when the elder god's like.
It's already within you. Your body's like, your inner elder god is like, bro, let me out. Let's find the cult of Cthulhu. Have a dream about it.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, so their practices, so they pretty much, so they can be them perfect selves.
Yeah.
In all forms.
Sounds about right.
Consider this. This is what this says.
I'm considering
We're reading this from the website. Consider this. If there's an infinite amount of possible realities, then in more than one of them, there exists a perfect version of you. Ascension means of manifesting it into this reality too. So it's saying that so this is where the multiverse fucking comes from. No, I'm joking. I don't know if Stanley bought it off of here.
Maybe he is a Cthulhuite.
Maybe. But Ascension is saying in another multiverse or another dimension, you are your perfect self. When you ascend, that's when you got that perfect self here too.
Consider me
ascended.
Converted. I'm ready.
Yeah. So, and what I just want to know is that there's a video under every single topic.
And it says video unavailable. The video is private.
Oh, I just want to see it so bad.
Bro, I think we make an account right now. I'm just kidding. I don't want to. I don't want them to know I'm on this website.
I know. It feels wrong being on this website.
I feel like somebody's going to start caroling. They can be like, Cthulhu,
dude, if there's a dead cat in our doorstep tomorrow, I'm going to be so upset.
You will.
But, this is great. I'm just so happy I found this.
The Cult of Cthulhu, the COC, the cock. Anyways, okay. I should stop.
I'm trying to think.
What if one of our listeners is part of it? I'm sorry.
If you are,
let us know.
Tell us more.
I
want to know more.
I do also want to know more.
I'm not trying to bash real hard. I'm not trying to
bash at all.
I'm kind of scared. I'm kind of scared for a minute.
Yeah.
So I kind of joke when I'm scared. So,
Me too.
But I was gonna say, I forgot to tell you the most important part.
What?
Immortality.
Of course. That is like,
that's the
I think
other
that's
part.
more of a curse than a perk.
I think it is. Okay. But yeah, that's pretty much, let me see here before I go on to that. Yeah, there's that immortality. There's a lot on this cult. I think that there's only going to be so much that they put out, right? I'm not going to know everything about it, but immortality is something I'm like, okay, that's pretty intense to throw out into. You can have immortality, but I don't know if I would ever do it. But I kind of want to.
I don't think. I think immortality.
I want to be able to die. I guess I just want to maybe live through a couple times, but like especially now having a kid, I wouldn't want to outlive her.
Yes, but okay. Let's say the kid's not in the picture, right?
I would stay around for a little bit. You wouldn't?
Well, okay. So this is the way I'm thinking about it. So let's say, since I was a kid, I thought once you hit 100, you get all your time back afterwards. So when you say, I wasted an hour of my life doing this, after you pass 100 years, you get that hour back. That's what I always thought, and that's what I still hold. Anyways.
Wait a second. One more time. You're saying I wasted an hour of my life.
So let's say you go do something, and it was 2 hours long, and it sucked.
Like DMV.
Yeah, you're like, God, I just wasted 2 hours of my life. I always thought, and I still do, as soon as you reach 100 years old, any minutes, hours after that, you gain that time that you lost. I don't know why I've thought that, but I always have.
I wonder if your parents told you that one time.
I don't know.
But
either way, at 100 years old, you ain't doing much anyways.
I hope I don't make it to 100. Okay. That is too long.
Okay, back to this immortality.
As I'm saying that I want to live.
I know. Okay, so you got, let's say 100 years. Okay, your first, we'll call it 10, don't really count, Mm-hmm. You're under a microscope, okay? And then your last 30, I would say, if you're in really good health, they're questionable, okay? So that means you have 60 years. That gives you a timeline. And in that time, your body's growing, developing, hurting. You're trying to provide for a family that you might have or might not have. You're trying to grow your wealth. You're doing all these things.
I would even argue 50 years.
Yeah. So there's always pressure, right? Mm-hmm. There's always pressure when you're 25 or 30 to progress, get your next steps done. Because when you're 60, you're not going to have the energy that you have at 20. Okay. Mm-hmm. So now let's say you have immortality at 20. Okay. There is no pressure to do anything. You're not going to grow old and get tired and do whatever. You're just going to live a boring life, in my eyes. I don't know if that's the truth or not. But I feel like it takes away what life is in such a dramatic sense that you're no longer living. Mm-hmm. You're just kind of floating at that point. Because maybe one day you want to go fishing, or the next day you want to do this. You're not wasting time. You're not spending 3 months in Europe, 3 months of your life. You're just spending 3 months in Europe. Mm-hmm. You're not wasting time because you're going to live forever.
Jeez, I've never thought of it that way.
What can I say?
Because I've always thought of it in the time that you're like, oh, I just want to get so much stuff done.
But, interesting. I always think of it as if you have all this time, you're never going to do anything.
Well, I mean, I would do stuff, but like you said, what's the rush? Or
exactly,
what's the
and that's the main thing. Anyways,
you just talked me off of the immortality train.
Now that I got you thinking about this, there's this group I want to meet with, called the Cult of Cthulhu. They will expand your mind.
Yeah, it's so crazy.
It is.
I just want to go in on a meeting, but I'm kind of scared.
Yeah. Okay. So also, I'm gonna let Sam finish her H.P. Lovecraft thing, but then we're gonna go back and read some reviews.
Yeah. Or even read. Maybe I'll have Miguel look, because I looked up a lot of stuff for this, but it was getting a lot, and I didn't know. I guess I just didn't really know how our conversation was gonna head. I kind of figured it would go more towards the cult because that's freaking crazy.
Yeah, it's nuts.
But I was gonna say, they believe in cosmicism, and I took a screenshot of what that actually means, and it's the philosophy the philosophy of cosmicism states that there is no recognizable divine presence such as God in the universe, and that humans are particularly insignificant in the larger scheme of the existence. So that's pretty much in a nutshell what H.P. Lovecraft was trying to come across, and that's pretty much how this is, which I would say that there is no divine presence isn't technically true, because Cthulhu is like this big presence.
I would say I don't know what atheism is exactly like, but that sounds pretty on par with it.
But it doesn't disregard humanity.
Right.
Because cosmicism is like, he's like talking about the cosmos. He's talking about we are so, like you said, microscopic.
We are compared to the universe.
Yeah.
But I think it's just horrible not to believe in something.
I know. Apparently he believed in everything scary. Poor homeboy was on freaking nightmares.
Nuts.
I don't know. It just said he had psychological problems.
Obviously.
Yeah. Like, first off, like...
Obviously the spelling of Cthulhu, something was going on.
Yeah. And that's actually like he wrote a letter to somebody saying it's pronounced Cthulhu. So.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Reading and writing by 7 in his own language.
Yeah, he's like, you guys are stupid.
You guys are dumb.
I'm doing this for my whole life, practically.
I've been doing this since knee-high on a grasshopper. Bub.
But, yeah, we're going to take a real quick break. I'm going to see what Miguel wants to find out. Maybe even read you guys.
Oh, okay.
It's going to be great.
We'll be right back. Okay, so I did some digging on this website, and I got a few reviews. I'm going to say to Sam, she hasn't read these, so the first one comes from Lurker. Yeah.
Did you know Lurker?
Lurker. Lurker. Yep.
Dude.
And his review is as follows. In answer to many questions, what is a cultist? Why Cthulhu? What am I missing? The last question might be the most important. What
was the last question?
What am I missing?
Okay.
The last question might be the most pertinent. The rituals and practices are there as your guide, but the purpose is to gain perspective of your life within the universe at large. You likely know the truth already, but the point is to do something with it. Very well written with plenty of illustrations and concepts to occupy the mind for a lifetime. Definitely a must-read for those wandering the cosmos while seeking meaning in a world gone mad.
Dude, I'm sorry, but what?
Okay, that's not even the craziest one.
Oh my gosh. I can't believe... I'm kind of scared to tag it, because I'm like... Wow.
I'm kind of scared too, but I think we should.
Okay.
This one is called by Frater Amencia.
Okay.
And it states as follows. As a lifelong atheist, I was surprised to have found such a wisdom in a book that shares the holy moniker.
That's so funny you said that.
Why?
You were talking about atheists and then you found this one.
You can find worth in these pages as one of the faithless, as a devotee of the old ones, or as a regular Joe. The lessons and concepts presented herein are applicable to literally anyone in search of personal guidance and improvement. Accept your place in the oil painting. Take the plunge. Become who you are meant to be. May they rise.
See, okay, that last part I read to you, I think, at one point. May they rise. What? Oh my gosh.
Dude.
You guys. These guys are gonna rule the world if Cthulhu rises.
Dude, this is nuts. Okay, so this guy's name is Shilyath.
Okay.
Life-changing and breathtaking. To have my personal beliefs validated is the best thing I could ask for, and it's exactly what the Bible does, plus more. From the Viridian verses to the beliefs on sanity and madness, to the great work, and especially to the rites and rituals. This Bible is what solidified my beliefs as someone who has truly been called. I have read it from cover to cover multiple times and will do so again, at any time with no hesitation.
Dude, all I'm saying is, why didn't I find out about this before Christmas? I should have asked for a book. Do you know how funny that would have been for Secret Santa?
Oh my god, bro.
They would have been like, okay.
Dude. Okay, the last one here. This is the last one I'll read.
Okay.
By Lucy Lament.
Lament.
A life-changing read in elite community. I am a cultist for life. It's a beautiful, beautiful way to end this.
Yes, it is beautiful. Oh, man. Well,
this was very entertaining and very interesting, Sam. Thank you.
I cannot believe I got here.
I can't believe you found a cult. That's pretty awesome.
What can I say? I'm just drawn to them.
Yeah. Let us know what you guys think in the comments below.
Yes, please do.
Yeah. Also, if you're listening on Spotify, if you could just give us a rating, it really helps promote the podcast. And if you're listening anywhere else, also give us a rating.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be very cool. Right now, we have Spotify as the majority listeners, but I think Apple Podcast is coming up very steeply, very aggressively. Yeah. So if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, go ahead and give us a rating. It'd really help us out so we can put out more content and hopefully give you guys better quality audio and eventually a video. We're hoping to go to a video platform here soon.
Yeah. We just gotta get ready for it.
Yeah.
We just need to we need to get a couple more followers. All the good stuff.
Is there anything else you want to talk about?
No, I just want to say I hope everybody has a good year. 2024, here we go.
Happy New Year.
Yes.
And thanks for listening.
I just wanted to say may the odds be
may the odds be in your favor.
Well,
all right. Bye.
Bye.